Hey guys, I'm Hajka, and welcome back to part 12 of my beginner's guide to Halo 5 speedrunning. This series is intended to point you in the right direction if you find yourself interested in learning the run. This is primarily targeted towards easy runners, which most of the routing will consist of, but I'll share some legendary tricks from time to time just in case you thought about trying, or are generally curious. So, let's continue with the game's 12th mission, Battle of Sunaion. Another straightforward mission. The first trick comes right out of the gate. Jump up here, then sprint, thrust, hover, and ground pound in this crease to get out of the map. For a quicker method, go wide left and thrust into the gap of this barrier, similar to what we did in Reunion. If the ground pound lands you in the gap, just jump and thrust to get past the barrier. To practice this method, you can go back to this corner for a decent lineup. Once you're over the barrier, sprint along the ledge, jump and hover while turning around and thrust onto the ledge to get back in bounds. Once you clamber up here, make sure to go back to this doorway to trigger the enemy load. Now, we continue as normal. Once here, jump up and take out the turret battery, which ideally takes 4 battle rifle shots. Now, find the elite down there and fire on him to get him to pull his sword out. There's a couple plasma grenades you can pick up while you're waiting for the door to open. When you get to this area, there are 2 turret batteries that you need to take out while clearing the enemies. One battery is here, and the other is up here. Once those are down, just start clearing out enemies until you either see a phantom or you hear.
Friendly phantoms approaching.
Now, just head up the stairs and kill this elite to grab a fresh sword, then swap out your battle rifle for a beam rifle and drop down and wait for the elevator. Once you press the button and the elevator begins to drop, jump back up and head off the ledge to the bottom. Stand in the doorway and use your beam rifle to take out this grate. Just listen for the door to open and continue on this path. Here at the Hunters, jump up here as they start to rise. Stick the bottom one with a couple plasma grenades. Sword this one in the back, then finish off the bottom one while he's raging. Head over and trade your beam rifle for a fuel rod and get to the elevator. When it opens, hit the button and take out the grunts with a melee. Now, as the elevator begins to ascend, get into the doorway to allow the elevator to leave without you. This isn't necessary, but I do it because when you're teleported to the top, your AI aren't obstructing your path to the door. This is where speed matters the most. When the doors open, jump through this window and chase down the crawlers. If they get too far ahead, they will despawn. Once you get past the doorway, get behind the crawler, crouch, and once the camera begins to pan to the center, assassinate the crawler. The assassination animation will cancel out the animation that the Guardian causes, saving you those precious seconds. As you get here, jump over to the right ledge and ground pound in to skip another animation. Trade out your sword for this plasma caster and continue. The end is just clearing enemies. When you pass the Arbiter, lob a couple plasma grenades at the spawning crawlers, and then spawn kill these guys. Now, there's just 4 waves to take out until you get the Warden. Just get behind his spawn, use splinters if you have them, and unload on the dark circle on his back to end the mission. There you have it, another combat-heavy mission in the books. Once again, I'm Hoshka, and I'll see you guys for the next installment, where we take a look at the mission, Genesis.